All right, folks, welcome back. Guess I'll get the wide shot here. And just need to put that focus just a little bit there. Sorry about that. Little technicalities there. All right. Thanks for joining in. This is part 4 of this little diorama build. If you've seen this before, you kind of know what's going on. If you're new to the stream, I'll get you up to speed really quick. One thing I want to point out is you can donate to me via Super Chat. Helps me put on these live streams, helps me with equipment and paying for an internet connection and all that, which I wish I had a little bit better one, speaking of that, so I could run full HD, but I can't because my upload speeds just aren't quite fast enough. But hopefully you're getting a good stream here, and not too much buffering, and it's not too pixelated or anything like that. So hopefully you're seeing the best it can be here. I think I'm running at about, most of you are seeing probably maybe a 480p or a 720p or something like that. Anyway, enough with that. Hey, we got some people in the chat. Feel free to get a dialogue going here. We love it when you guys start chatting amongst yourselves or asking me questions. We can get going, of course. Anyway, getting you up to speed if you're new here. We're making a little diorama build, and let me show you a picture of what the inspiration is. And here it is. So maybe you kind of get the idea there with the car up onto the bank here, and we got some trees and such in here. You know, they've floated down the river and gotten stuck and caught up against this car here. So anyway, if you're here for the last stream, or if you watched the archived, you saw me pour the resin. But if you didn't, you should go back and watch that. But let me pull into a tight shot here so you can kind of see how it is. Resin's all hard, so we're ready to move on to the next step here. Nice and smooth, nice glass. Not really any dust on there. Whoops, I broke a... Well, that's all right. I didn't even notice where that went. Okay, got to be careful around it. Anyway. Yeah, so, you know, looks like water. Kind of looks like dirty water, mucky water, which that's the idea behind it. This is a dirty river. And like I said, this car's been put in here for erosion control, but it's slowly sliding off into the river. The tape in here is to create a dam, and we're going to take that off, and then we need to, you know, this isn't a still water, it's a river, so we need to make some water ripples to show some flow or some action across here. So that's kind of what we're going to do here is is we're going to make this look like it has a little bit of waves, and of course it's going to be crashing up against some of this stuff here. So and I'm going to show you a little trick for doing that. I got all my stuff set up here. But anyway, that's where we are. Don't forget to support via Super Chat if you're new here. You can donate as little as $1. Helps me out. Highlights your comment. I'll give you an extra special shout out in the chat. It's always appreciated, but you never have to do that. I do this because I love it. So, you know, and it's fun. Not everybody does this kind of stuff, so that's part of the reason why. So I'm going to undo this, and then we'll see what we look like. And you know what? I didn't talk about this too much on the stream, but I sealed the bottom edge of the tape. You can kind of see a little yellow line. That's wood glue. Picked up that little tip from Luke Towan. Does some awesome dioramas and stuff. And that was kind of his little trick. So hopefully it comes apart easy and doesn't you know, rip something apart. Nope. Looks like we're pretty good here. We're going to tidy up the edges and kind of frame it anyway, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like under here. The class clown is here. Yeah, Kevin, you were in here last night. Yeah, you know what? Love it. Always need the chat always needs a little bit of a class clown. Just keep it clean, you know. But and you did. You're not a problem. But I mean, just for other people out there, we don't want to have to. I don't want to have my moderators get the band hammer out, which I've only had a few more like chat bots, not real. It's obvious they weren't real people that came and spammed up my chat one time and had to ban those. So real people I've never had any trouble with, and I don't expect I will. But I guess it must be said, you know? Um, yeah, so I'm just going to take this stuff off. Yeah, there we go. It comes off right easy. First time I've ever done this, poured resin and done that for water effects like this. I've usually used, and I'll show you right here because I got it handy. Go to the wide shot here. Is this stuff? It's a one part, just pour it out, dries. You know, still takes about 24 hours to dry, but you know, is real good. Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it, Jason. Yeah, if you can't donate, no worries, no worries. I understand. I donate to some other live streamers and channels and Patreons of creators I like because I mean I like to support them directly if I'm getting entertained and inspired by them. But you know, just viewing and being here and liking my videos, viewing my videos helps. You know, especially sharing them around and talking about them to other people helps signal boost to YouTube, and that helps me out. So, uh, so if you can't donate monetarily, that's a way you can help support without having to actually do anything monetarily, because we're all in this together. We're all fighting the algorithm a little bit here, and I don't do a great job at it, so I'm always losing the battle. But anyway, kind of enough about that, you know. Enough about that. This is about the build. So, so feel free to donate if you want. Never have to. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, now, something you're noticing here. Yeah, actually it looks like murky water. Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's, well, I guess I don't have the box. Or, well, I do. Hang on. Yeah, I cheated. I cheated and, you know, bought the kit, which, like I said, first time doing this, so, you know, I thought, well, better go the easy route. You can use just about any type of resin to do this and then tint it. Well, I kind of, you know, first time I wanted to take it easy. Actually, and other resins are that's pretty cost effective for what it is. So, you know, it's not like it's more expensive or something. It's about the same. Yeah, some people need directions. But anyway, as you can see, there's kind of a, should be able to see it. It's kind of a lip here. Hopefully you can see my finger running across it, because that's how the resin settles in. It kind of and then it kind of crawls up the dam or the barrier. So we're gonna first, before we get going here too much, is sort of just take that off. Take it off with a razor blade. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect because it's supposed to look like, you know, the edge of the water here. And again, I'm going to frame this in either just some black paint to sort of cover the edges and draw your eye in, or I'll get some wood, some like strip wood of some sort, and do that. I haven't really decided how I'm going to frame this in. I'm really building this as a desk sitter. That's why it's kind of a smaller diorama. Also, again, I just wanted to, I've never done something like this, so I thought, well, I better not get too overly ambitious, and I better start small to kind of learn, and then, you know, it seems like people kind of like watching this stuff, so I might do this again and come up with another idea. But anyway, this one is so I can set on my desk, and I can look at it again. It, like a lot of my projects like this, they represent kind of real, real life memories. Um, so that's kind of, and I don't think I'll put it in this live stream, but I'll have a little kind of surprise. Of course, I said there's a surprise. That's a different type of surprise that you will see at the end of this stream, so you better stick around, or near the end, after I get the main thing done here, what I'm wanting to do. Let's see, we got some people in the chat. It's hard for me to work and watch the chat, and we're working on a little bit of a chat, or not a chat delay, but just a regular old YouTube delay because of the internet. I want to say it's around 7 to 10 seconds, so your chats are and what you're seeing is delayed by about 7 to 10 seconds, kind of like TV. It's partly to do with my internet connection, and then partly to do with the settings of YouTube. I could have run I've run low latency where it's nearly down to latency of about a second or two, but I just don't know how well the stream turns out on the other people's end. Okay, that is pretty good. Took off that lip there a little bit, and all right. So let's catch up with the chat here. Don't forget, guys, if you just joined in, donate via super chat, the little dollar sign down there next to the chat box. Never have to do it, but I feel I need to shout out because I know a lot of people don't understand it. But it's much appreciated. Anyway, let's get into the chat here. We got, of course, Kevin in here. We got our class clown, or our chat clown. So, and Shin's in here. Thank you. You were in here the other day, or last night, or not last night, but the last stream, I guess. Anyway, yeah, we got some regulars back in here, right? Which I do have some regulars, but I always get new people. Okay, now I have my airbrush here hooked up to Shop Air. I have no paint in it. I just have the cup on there, just I guess. Gonna kind of blow the. Need to blow this off here. Let's kind of clear my bench off a little bit. But this is going to be. I might need to crank my pressure up for what I'm going to do here. We're not going to use the airbrush for painting. We're just using it for. And sorry about the sound, because I'm probably blowing the air right towards the microphone because it's nearby here. So, rip headphone users, just be aware of that. But anyway, for those of you that haven't been in here, the direction of flow, and let's get the wide shot going here. I know I got it in picture-in-picture, but sometimes it's a little easier to hold it up here. Our direction of flow is this way, kind of. I hope that's obvious by the way things are laid out here. So we're going to lay down, and I got to put it this way so I can work at it. And I'll go back to the tight shot so you guys can see what's going on here. What we're going to do is take Mod Podge, every modeler's friend, but the gloss. Goes on white, dries clear. Actually, because this one's kind of old, you can tell because there's a piece of it that's dried. Anyway, how this is going to work, and I can't take credit for this technique because I saw it on other YouTubers, is I got kind of an old paintbrush here, is using the Mod Podge, just straight so it's thick, and you kind of blob it on. Okay, we need to go the wide shot. You guys can't see that. Very good. Okay, we blob it on, and of course it's white, and actually this brush is kind of crappy, but you'll get the idea. Airbrush, blow it out, kind of make some ripples. Let me just go into the tight shot so you guys can see what I'm doing, because it's going to be hard for me to keep it in focus. But all right, yeah, it looks white. It'll dry clear, but those ripples will stay, and you'll see that in the finished product. And then eventually we're going to go and highlight those. I need to use a different brush, but I'll ask the chat. And the viewers, which view would you like best for this? This view, because I am going to move around over to here too. But which view would you like? The tight shot. This is the tight shot, or the wide shot. Just let me know in the chat, because I want to make sure people can, like I said, see what I'm doing here. And of course, with the brush, you can kind of push the ripples out here a little bit yourself. And I'm gonna get these going here, but and again, this is very forgiving because it dries clear, and if you kind of screw up, you can kind of just wipe it away and start over. Might need to crank my pressure up. This is a normal pressure I use for just painting, but yeah, there we go. Okay, you guys like the tight? Okay. All right, good. That's what I want to know. Yeah, sorry. Said chat amongst yourselves, and I'll get back to the chat here. I kind of got to pay attention to what I'm doing here, but and hopefully this stuff will dry clear enough, quick enough that you guys will be able to sort of see the end result a little bit here. That was the thing with the resin. Once it was poured, it's like, well, I couldn't really do much else because because you got to wait for the stuff to dry. I'll put a big old blob in there because I want to see if I can get a blob kind of blown up in there, because this is really, and we're gonna highlight some white water and stuff, but that'll come later, much later, because we got to let this dry. Ooh. Now I really like that if it would just stay like that, but it won't. It'll be clear. Let me go to the wide shot just so you can kind of see what we got going on here. I got to keep moving, but oh man, my lighting is just awful, but it's nice and bright so I can see it. Kind of double-edged sword there. Let me see if I can see that there. There you go. Get the idea. Kind of get the idea there. Again, hopefully, yeah, it's hard to talk along, and yeah, you get kind of focused on on working again. But I feel I get better at this stuff the more I do it, so the more I do it, and like I said, I got a product that will simulate white water. And like I said, hopefully this isn't too loud for you while I'm running the air here. But nice thing is the air kind of helps dry it, so we can move along a little quicker with this stuff too. Ooh, I want that on there because it's glossy. One thing I really moved to. I'm gonna move to a smaller brush, I guess, in those areas. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good, actually. I'm liking the effect there. I'm gonna build some more up over here. More I can do with this, the less of the white water I have to put on here, because a dab will do you with that stuff. I've used, if you guys, and I live stream that, and I have a what I call a time lapse. There we go. I couldn't think of what it is. A time lapse build of this little model train layout using a little battery, a cheap old battery operated train, and I use basically trash, newspaper and stuff to build some mountains and a little diorama thing. I should have linked to it. Maybe I'll link it. Yeah, around that corner, that water will swirl. Yeah, let's try and replicate that. I really just mostly wanted to get some of this here. So let's put a little blob there, and let's of course, you guys, this is going to dry all clear, so you're just going to barely see the highlights of all this here. So it may look like I got maybe too much going here on, but when it dries, it's going to catch your eye, and then what I'll do is I'll dry brush along this in little areas where there should be a teensy bit of white water. Now, I mean, this river isn't running super fast. It's a gentle river, but it's enough that that you can go. It's not enough that, like I said, you're going to go kayaking in rough white water. It's going to be more of a going tubing in an inner tube, a truck tire tube or whatever. Which is again, that's kind of what a memory I'm doing here is because the rivers I used to tube down, and we just use old truck tires. And being on the farm, we got a lot of old truck tires. All right. Guess I'm really kind of liking that, although over here it's a little calmer over here, but get the brush strokes out of there though. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna call that good for this for right now. I can always add more later because this effect you can build up. Build up a little bit, so I'll leave that alone. Let's wash my brush out. Let's put the lid on that. And put that away. Let's see. I forgot to bring out some water. For that to dry my brush or my brushes. Give me a second. I don't want the glue to dry on my brush. There we go. Cleaning the old brush. Those can fit over here. So, alrighty. Alrighty, I'll get back to the chat here. So I'll tilt this up here. Again, like I said, it looks kind of neat as is, but this is going to be all dry, all clear. But I feel like I got pretty good rough, rippled water going the way I like it, and then we'll highlight with some white much later. It's completely dry to get around those sticks and things. But I guess the way it is, you can kind of see how my highlights might look. I'm probably not going to highlight that much because this river isn't that rough. Like out here won't be highlighted near as much as right in here and then trailing off of this stuff here probably. Because like I said, it's a gentle current, but it's enough. With that car in the way, it's going to create a little little bit of white water. So yeah, I'm behind on the chat here. So while I'm letting that kind of dry or marinate or whatever you want to call it here, we got who we got? We got Fat Boy. You've been in here before. Thanks for joining in again. Don't forget to support via super chat if you want. You know the drill. Let's see. Would the under the car, would the water be moving fast? Yeah, a little bit. Maybe I'll shoot a little air under there just to. It's going to be a little turbulent over here. And actually, what I'm going to try to do is get some water pouring out of there. And the thing is, if I don't like it, because this is compatible with the resin I used, I could pour a little bit, another 1/8 inch, and kind of cover that up and start over in a way if I really wanted to. But yeah, it'll kind of be running under there, so there will be little streaks under there. But I'm really kind of liking this. If I do the air, it kind of helps dry it quicker. I probably could get my hair dryer out and make it quicker yet, but we'll just leave that alone there. But yeah. Fat Boy, yeah, you must have came in a little bit late. Am I going to build a box around it? Yes, maybe. I haven't really decided yet. I need to take that strip of stuff off. Or I might just paint all the edges here and such, painted a flat black all the way around. And it'll tidy up the edges and focus your attention in here. I haven't really decided yet, but I might do that. I might do black around there. Let's see. Oh yeah, thanks, Jason. Your next comment was answering that. Something I need to keep up with the comments there. Yeah, it's a nice desk piece. That's what I built it for. It looks dope. Okay. Well, I'm glad. This is my first time building something like this. But yeah, I haven't ruled out the wood actually either, because then I could stain the wood a real neat color. but then I don't know, it might detract from the piece, detract your eye. I mean, so all right. Well, we're letting that dry. We can work on something that I'm a little skeptical about. I bought on, I think I bought them on eBay. Maybe I bought them on Amazon. I don't remember. Anyway, they're like a grass mat, a static grass mat. I don't have a static grass applicator, and so I thought, well, and these things, I got what, 4 sheets or something for like $4, so $1 a sheet. So I'm not out anything if I end up just throwing it away. And actually, I might use it for something else. But and I also, well, let me show you what other stuff I got going there. But I was going to just cut pieces and kind of random and then sprinkle dirt in, which I'm not going to do that now because I got glue down there. I don't want dirt getting on top of my river right now. But I also have, and this stuff's from the dollar store. Let's get the wide shot going here because it's kind of hard for me to show you this stuff in that tight shot here. I got this stuff, which is just floral moss from the dollar store. So that whole bag was $1. Same with this. This and I haven't even opened. It's different kind of lichen or moss. I don't know if there's anything in there I can use, but I bought it just because this is left over from other things. I've done kind of just a coarse foam product. I really kind of like this. It's something, you know, I'll show you the ideas I got. Left over this kind of a really grass texture. I might use this to simulate in the grass some like dandelions because it's yellow. And then also I have this. Of course, this is more like dead brush and stuff, which I'm simulating this in the dead of summer or more into the summer or springtime even. So the grass and things is going to be fairly green, fairly lively. Yeah, fake turf, I guess, is what this stuff is. Of course, I also got, you know, real sticks and weeds, which I'm going to put some more of that in there. So I'm just kind of making this up as I go along. But what I'm thinking here, you know, I'm not going to do it as a triangle, but I might start there, and then I need to make sort of a curvy, you know, curvy edges. And then I think what I'm going to do, well, I'm not going to go clear to the edge. We're going to leave some of that dirt there and then blend it in, because I think I want to have a couple fence posts for a little barbed wire fence, simulating, okay, there's a field or pasture or cows or livestock or something, you know, that live over here along the river that's off the diorama, but just the edge here. So I'll have to make that stuff. So I think what I'll start with, because I'm just making this up as I go along, is just sort of cutting a triangle, and we're not going to even measure. We're just going to kind of wing this here. Yeah, there, something like that. And then we're going like that. There we go. All right. You know, so something like that, but I don't know. Let's go to the narrow shot. See, man, you can't really see much there unless I spin it around there. But I'll have to, obviously I'll be trimming it. But let's see. Kind of, I got plenty of this, so kind of randomize the cuts a little bit. Go. Like a little bit like that. You know, I probably should just YOLO it and stick it down, and then because I can always build on top of it if I end up kind of hating it. Let's clip that. Let's trim this back a little bit. Each one of these edges here. Actually, forgot to, I don't have my craft glue here, so I kind of need that. Actually, we need to round that off there. All right. I don't know. Okay. Kinda. Like I said, it looks okay. We got some new people in there. Oh, hey, Logan. I don't know if you're new or if you're a subscriber. Actually, I usually ask that, you know, if you're a subscriber or not. If you are, thank you very much. If you're not, how'd you find the stream? And then how'd you find my channel? Um, that's another thing. Even if you are a subscriber, you know, what brought you in, you know, kind of thing. Um, let's see. Let's make that a little jagged and. Shoot, we got few pieces of grass that went in there. Okay, that was it. That Mod Podge is drying, which is good. As you guys can see, it's clearing up, but it's making the top of the water look a little more rippled. So that's definitely what we want here. All right, I really kind of like that, although I have my Mod Podge. I need my tacky glue. Okay, you're a sub. Thanks for subscribing. How'd you seem to find me? I have to run to my other shed and get my craft glue because all I have is CAs up here, and I don't want to use wood glue. That's not going to work very well. I'm going to run to my other shed. Won't take long. So I will be right back. So let me put this up. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody. All right, back. Let me get my craft glue here. You know, good old Aleene's. That's what I'm going to stick this down with. And I'm just going to roll with it. I don't have any other better option for the grass. So this is the clear version. So I want this to stick really well. And we'll put this right on the edge. And again, I'll blend in the edge here with more dirt texture after our Mod Podge is completely dry and everything, which may not be on this stream here, but we'll get to it. All right. I don't mind if this squeezes out under here. A, it's clear, and B, if this edge, this hard edge, is going to get covered up with stuff. So we'll run a little bit on there. Okay, fat boy. Oh, okay. Well, you got to go off to school. You in college or what? Well, or maybe you've already left. But thanks for watching. You can watch the archive. Somebody messaged him telling me he can watch the archive, so he can see what he missed. Kind of thing. All right. Come on, glue, dry. That's the only thing about this stuff is it's not like super glue. It doesn't dry super quick. I didn't know if CA would be very good with this kind of fabric-y background it's got. But anyway, oh, okay, he does auto body at a vocational school. That's great. We need more of those vocational students and everything. There's kind of a shortage of that. And if you're into that, that's great. All right. Gotta kind of let that sit there. I guess that's kind of okay as long as it. Okay, that'll be kind of good. And the grass, I want kind of random. Got some other. Oh, I didn't bring those out either. I do have some kind of random little plants and things that I might add just out here on the edge. That end piece there. I need to kind of lay something on there. Set something on there to kind of weight it down. I mean, once it dries, it'll dry good, but well, I'm sort of waiting for that to dry. Let's experiment with this ground foam and stuff, and you guys can kind of tell me. Let's see if you guys can see a little. Yeah, we'll do the, kind of like the ground level shot here. Get a little closer to you. There we go. More in. See how that kind of popping up on me. Yeah, it's just because that stuff, it's glue. I like it, but I hate it too. Sometimes it's too slow to dry, But I don't know if a CA, I guess I could, all I have is a wicking grade, kind of. Put a CA glue in there. Anyway, whatever. Well, I see this. Well, there's in Montana. It's kind of all over the country. But it's well, I don't want to say it's like super common, but it's common kind of common where I'm from a little bit. Let's just play around with this ground foam or stuff, or see like something like that. I put roots there. Because there's roots over here, so I can kind of put some foam along there. Of course, I'm not going to glue this down because I got to put my dirt under there to kind of, blend it in, but or actually we could put it along the bank there a little bit, because sometimes these little box woods and stuff, you know, kind of creep up along the banks and stuff. Put it in there, kind of put something along like that. I do have some other, like that'll look at old, like old leaves and stuff, and wood and stuff to put right down in the, right down along the car's bumper. And actually, you know what? That's something I should do. Is actually, I could probably do that with a Sharpie here. Let me. Oh, there's my gray one. Let's see which tip. Need to. Yeah, there we go. Use that. There we go. Make a. Won't be able to see this on stream, but in real life and in the pictures, I needed to blacken in the headlights because I drilled them through, but they needed a little bit of shadowing. But yeah, I've seen some of this stuff, like I said, up Montana, places like that. Anyway, how do you guys liking at least the little bit of placement of the foams there for kind of some shrubbery? I don't want to get too wild with that, but I want to do something like that. Okay, good. There we go. It's finally stuck. I'm going to take that foams off because we're going to, yeah, a little bit of it stuck, but that's okay. That's okay. It'll get put down with some scenic glue here. Okay, well, that's kind of an idea I have. Well, actually, and I'll just use this stuff since I have it sitting right here. You know what? I'll stick that one in there. I did. I'm looking at it in the camera, and that kind of gives me the, you know, different idea of what it should look like. And then I'm going to, of course, I do use some scenic glue, but I can't really do that until all the other stuff is down. I do like that. Yeah, I do kind of like that. Super bad videos. Oh, thanks for joining in. You're going to do a trailer trash front yard diorama using a Mustang as a centerpiece. Any advice on how to go about it? Oh, this will be the first time ever. Well, this isn't my exact first, but this is the first one that I've done with water and probably this much detail. Trying to be realistic. Boy, I guess some tips or some recommendations is head on over to Boulder Creek Railroad or Luke Towan and watch his stuff. Now, he doesn't do things usually with too many cars and stuff, but you can get some, and that, I'm using some of his ideas and techniques with this build, actually. So, but I'd recommend go watch some of his videos, and you'll get some good ideas there. But well, first off, weather the car up. Do your weathering with the car, and first, and I guess, let's see, I don't have that. Check my channel. Some recent videos. I did a little Nissan hardbody or a Datsun 720, really roughed up and everything. That'll give you some ideas on how to weather. I guess I could, you know what? I brought it down in the other stream. I'll bring it down in this one. We're waiting for glue to dry anyways, so I can't really do a heck of a lot. Let me get a stool so I can get up. because I have it displayed above my bench here. But here, this is just for you, Super Bad. Okay, first start, since the Mustang's the centerpiece. Get your Mustang looking however you want to do it. This is what I was doing with this one. Oh, you're going to do a video on it, Superbad. If I'm not subscribed to you, I better subscribe to you, because that's something I'm going to want to see. All right, and I made a little sort of diorama base here, but this wasn't anything special. This is just a way to sort of display it. But anyway, get your Mustang looking the way you want and get it. And I'd recommend, and I forget the company name, so forgive me if you search it. But you can put real details, like, get little cinder blocks and stuff like that, but also things like brake calipers and rotors and stuff. So you'd probably want to have, one of the wheels off your Mustang there, because it's, redneck up on blocks kind of thing. But as far as getting it down, figure out your base like I did here. I wanted it about this. Well, this was my centerpiece, so I was like, okay, I want it X away, distance away, because I want enough other stuff so you kind of get, you can tell the story. So it's all about storytelling with this. So you got to have an idea of the story that's being told here. And I do. And I have, like I said, a little surprise at the end that'll plop in there that helps tell this story even more. So, okay, is the front yard, is it going to, what time of year is it? You got to think about that. Like I said, that we're in the summertime here, okay? So things are going to be green, especially like the grass and stuff. Think about, think about something. So that's going to determine some of the colors that you're going to use. So when you go out to, whether it be the dollar store for floral foam, or like going to, the model store and getting this ground turf stuff, or like real static grass. This is, grass matting. We'll see how this is going to turn out. I don't know, I don't know if I'm as wild about this as I should be able to make it into something I like, but it's like static grass would be the way to go, but you need an applicator. It's a little bit, there's a little startup cost with it, but if you're going to do a lot of that, it might be worth it for you. Let's see, what else? Well, that's a big thing. Also think about, okay, are you gonna make a facade of the house or the garage or whatever? Figure that out. Figure your colors out on there. Probably want to have something like, if your Mustang is blue, for example, or blue, rusty blue, maybe a white background of something would be good to sort of set it off. A neat deal would be most of the ground be dirt, but then have a little green section and put one of those little wobbly whirly sprinklers, and just have a kind of a roundish green patch where they've only watered. That's real trailer house. See if you can find some to scale pink flamingos or something. But that's up to you. It's tell the story, whatever to tell the story. This glue is not doing what I want it to do, so I'm gonna YOLO here, and we're gonna tip this on end. I'm gonna wick some CA in there. Okay. Gosh dang it. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I know that edge looks, but that's fine, because like I said, we're going to trim that trim that edge up a little bit. It's mostly kind of how it looks from this end here. And with my CA glue, of course, that leaves it a little shiny. We still, and we'll have to put some scenic glue down to kind of set a lot of that in. But something I can do here is well, good. I'm glad you like that. But yeah, you got to have this. You got to have the story to be able to tell it. Let's see. I need my Mod Podge mat. All right. I got this really, 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 really dark grass. So maybe that'll. And if I'm careful, I won't slide it down in the riverbed just because it is still drying. It's dry, but it's still, the white spots are still a little tacky. And I am liking that. And that kind of gives me the idea where I'm going to go with the whitewater stuff. So, get my... Hey, sorry guys, I'm gonna get my brush out here. Like I said, I'm anxious to keep moving on this, so I gotta turn it this way so I can see myself, see what I'm doing here. I should have thinned this just a teeny bit, but we'll. Let's put some. Start with that. All right, thanks Logan for joining in. I always enjoy it. Oh yeah, Kevin, you had to put the kiddos to bed. Well, my kiddo is in bed. That's why I stream at the time I do, because it's after he goes down. So, oh shoot. Dang it. All right. Now we're gonna. Shoot. The hell. All right. This is tedious. It's all get out what I'm trying to do here, because I don't want to just it all dumping out on me. Sort of cover the edge here, but I'm gonna have to do more than this probably. That's just experimenting. Yeah, that actually might work a little better. It might be working more like what I wanted to do, actually. Blow it away, just actually, let's... Actually, I really kind of like that. Might, Here's just turned the year on the 20th. Well, I got a 3-year-old. That's why I'm doing. That's why I'm restoring the toys, because they're for him to play with. Um, uh, yeah, I'm actually liking the look that kind of gave me. Might even get a little randomized here. Let's and actually, because I do want to. This was a thing I wanted to do. Is put. However, I don't want it in the headlights there. That'll dry. That'll dry a matte color. I don't mind that so much, but I mean, you guys can't see this, but I'm adding a little bit more of this stuff. This very fine, it's a very darkish green color, and just trying to get dark green color. I really sprinkle it around the grass so it kind of blend it in. All right, and then I think I'm going to put some of that dandelion or yellow stuff to look like dandelions. Yeah. Oh, I have my other brush out here. Actually, but I do have that stuff. Should look like a little bit of leaves and stuff. So I want to. Put that in there. This is going to be, let's see if we got a small, a very small like spoon almost. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, my son, yeah, he's a little bit of a spitfire, but he was helping me in the shop today, in the garage here, working on one of my cars, and he likes he likes seeing what I'm doing. Like something like this, he'd be all up watching. You know what? I'm gonna sprinkle this just to kind of get a little varied texture going there. Just trying to blow any little extra away. Mod Podge is pretty dry on here. It looks nice, but I might do another round of it on there. It's still a little too calm, so I'll need to do just a little bit more. And I put this earthy texture mostly because there's going to be an old dead tree here, so I want this to kind of look like old, maybe some old leaves or something that have dropped from it. So I should put a little bit more over here. I'm not going to put too much, but I don't know, just trying to get enough in there that it just looks right. May even got a little bit of a varied my dirt texture stuff here. So help this glue dry a little quicker for me. Geez, 10 and 14, and then another one on the way. Wow, I don't know if I'd be into that. But congratulations. All right. I think the thing I need to do here is get some dirt all into the grass here. Just sort of dull it down just a little bit. I mean, it is summertime. It's been raining. River's rising a little, but we need some dirt in there. And then I'm going to hit this with some scenic glue here. I know you can't really see into it, but there's a little bit that's glue's got to dry, but hopefully you can kind of see here. So as a 17-year-old, obviously he's got a driver's license, but is he into cars? Or she? I guess I just assume it's he. But or is a car just a car kind of thing? A mode of transportation. Let's see. I like that. I'm gonna maybe put some of this other stuff. I need to kind of get moving here, and I do have a surprise at the end of this stream once I'm happy with a stopping point here, which I'm getting close, guys. But I do have a kind of surprise that I want to well, I don't know if it's any like super surprise, but a little thing I want to do for you, that you guys that have been so kind to join in or supporting, either with your views, monetarily via super chat, or subscribe and all that. Okay, yeah, yeah, we gotta have some dandelion looking stuff here. So of course I'll have to lock all this in with my scenic glue, but this is looking pretty nice, I think. All right, I'm okay. Spin this around just so you guys can see a little bit. Maybe I'll do the wide shot here. Okay. Oh man, my lighting. But hopefully you're getting the gist here of what we're doing. Yeah, let's go in for the tight shot here again. So hopefully you kind of get the idea here. Hopefully it's beginning to look like something. I'm liking it. And I guess that's all that matters, is if I like it. Um, let's see, got this floral foam, but I don't know that I'm going to use any of that stuff. I just brought it out, but well, I'm going to wait till everything is 100% dry. But we're going to have a little tree. It's going to probably sit right about here, and here's what it looks like. Kind of just put it together. I got to get my pin vise and all that. That I'm going to wait because I don't want it to I don't want to ruin it. But where's my other? Okay, here we go. My other little twigs and sticks and things here. I've got here. There we go. I think though I need to lay down some more like dead deadfall stuff. So a little Mod Podge on there. Oh, come on, do it. Lay in there. There we go. Just kind of lay some stuff in there. We'll just blob too much in there and then lay it across it. There we go. That's kind of neat. Lay that down on the car. Yeah. See, those could double as those fence posts I was doing. But I got to drill holes and do all that stuff, so I'm not gonna. But yeah, those would look good. I'll just get more of that out off the ground outside. Lay this down. Sorry, I mean I'm not. talking very much, it's kind of hard to talk and do this and keep it going. But let's see. Ooh, I like that. Let's just bend that off. It's got a little arm hanging off there. Bend that. Yeah, that's. I'm probably gonna put more in off camera, just because this is the tedious part, maybe the boring part for most people to watch. Let's see. I wonder if just an off-center bush here would kind of look good. I kind of like that. I'll put that off to the side there. Squish that in. Along with that little stick and stuff. Yeah, how about, yeah, maybe that's, yeah, I needed a little something there. Actually, I can sprinkle a little of my dirt texture on across some of this stuff just to sort of blend it in a little bit. It'll all get settled in. I'll put one more thing in, and then I'll kind of then I think I'll kind of show you the little sort of pseudo surprise that I wanted to do on the stream just for you guys joining in, you regulars here. If you're regular watchers, this isn't it isn't going to be super what am I trying to say, super exciting, but it'll we can just chit chat a little bit while I let some glue dry, because I think looking at my water, I like it, but I think I can do a little bit more to it, especially leading up to it. Needs to be a little, and after it right here needs to be a little rougher. It's rough, but it's not rough enough for what I'm trying to accomplish here. So let's put one. See, that's got a nice little knot in it. So let's just, he might just stick, yeah, he might just live right there. A bit of the glue in. He's got a little bit of a knot, so let's pretend this is just a tree. Just got broke off. Farmer came and cut him off. Let's lean him over a little too. Come on, lean over, you stupid thing. There we go. Something like that. And ooh, I really liking that. Do I need to do that again? I kind of do, don't I? Yeah. Let's bust that one off. And get a little leaner. See if we can get a little leaner going right over here. Right over here on the edge. Help set the grass in a little bit to make it look a little more realistic. He was leaning in and kind of just fell over. All right. I don't know. We're looking pretty good. Again, I think I'm going to do a little bit of a fence right here that'll help tie that in. Of Squirting a little glue under here just to, for some reason that doesn't want to tack down a little there. Okay, that's better. All right. Good. I'm glad you think it's looking good, and wonder that leaf is too big. You know what? Let's plop a little bit of glue right in there. And there's be a little of those guys in, and I want you to stick it up like that. Lay that in a little, those in there sideways. Let's just set that in on a little dirt texture. You know what? Let's just blow off a little. All right. I like that. I really like that. Hey, 89 Mattel. I'm guessing you're into the Hot Wheel stuff. You probably found me because of the Hot Wheel restoration stuff, which I haven't done one of those in a while, but maybe I'll do one after a bit here. Okay. I am liking how that's setting, so you know what? Let me all right. I am going to fix this with a little bit of scenic glue. And I don't have a piece of paper. Well, we'll just have to be very careful. All right, because we're getting close I want to kind of, the little surprise I was sort of hinting at. You know what I'm doing here? A little bit of alcohol. This helps the scenic glue, which is just watered down Mod Podge. Sort of penetrate the scenery here. Mostly want to get it on this grass because that's where I put most of it. All right, that's good. That'll fix all that in, and then I can add more, and then just do that again, and we'll be good there. Making sure I didn't get any debris on the river part, but we'll be ready for the water ripples and stuff next. Again, I'll probably maybe add a little bit more off camera of the gloss, but let's see here. Okay, where are we going? Okay, guys. Yeah, hopefully it looks good. Hopefully it kind of looks like a little bit of a Let me get it right in here. See if the, yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, how does that look to you guys? I'm going to add a little bit of a fence to up here, but that off to the side. Yeah. There we go. I mean, got to do some highlights on the water, but I think you guys are getting the idea with what we're going on here. I'll do the wide shot, and you guys can see what you can see here. Yeah, see how it looks like kind of waves and ripples. We'll have to highlight those, but wow, I'm really liking that. I kind of impressed myself. All right, guys. All right, enough. You guys kind of want to. Now I have multiple shops as it would, or areas I do projects, I guess you could say, sheds and whatnot. So, but you guys want to kind of, I can pick up the camera and I can kind of give you a little bit of a tour. I'm gonna move some stuff here, but let me do that because I gotta get my webcam here. Would you guys like to see? Get a little bit of a tour, at least what I can show you from here. Let me know in the chat. You know what? Again, I haven't said it in a while. If you're new in here, don't forget to use the super chat support. You can donate as little as $1. Helps me do this. But let me know in the chat. Yes or no? Would you like to kind of see the space I am working in? Because right now you're just seeing sort of a weird angle of this workbench, I guess. And this isn't even my main workbench. It's just where I can easily stream because I have a PC here. Okay, we got one sure. Is there anybody else out there that'd like to see it? Need more than one. Come on. I know there's a delay. But anybody else want to see something? See my, I'll give you just a little bit of a tour. Well, you guys know, I was going to show you anyways because I told you at the beginning of the stream. So, all right. So let me set things up here. Let's get rid of that shot there. I'll use the good cam here. All right, and super bad. Okay, we got 2. That's good enough for me. That's about all I'm gonna get. All right. Oh, C. Smith, you must be new. Okay. Now this is gonna be a little impromptu here because I'm carrying. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my webcam here, and there we go. There we go. Of course, I got to look at my monitor here, so maybe I'll spin around and you'll get to see my workbench here. Because I got to be able to see what I'm looking at here. So this is just one workbench I have. Got a little stuff off to the side. Can't get too far away here, but oh, hi guys over there. You can see us in OBS. It's kind of like a whatever, an Inception thing. Woo. You know, yeah. See, guys, you can see your own comments there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing sensitive. Anyway, all right. I'll hold it kind of still here. So, anyway, this is a workbench here. Got a few drawers and things. First, I just kind of need to clean that shelf up. It's right there is kind of a catch-all for some junk. I am in the process of kind of rearranging some stuff and whatnot, but and of course, so I have good light. I just got a clip-on light there, and I guess you can. I'll raise her up here. In some cases, are a few other models I have here have done. That's a that one right there is a replica of my first car, or in model form. I did that when I was like 16 or so. There's one of imitating one of my dirt bikes, one of my many, but in a shop there. Just some big ass monster cans that they don't make anymore. There's the one. There's some replicas of my Jeeps in little diorama forms. I did those when I was in my teens. Got a big bent engine valve that came out of a big diesel. And that's just kind of storage up there. Nothing special to see there. And just because, well, right here, that's one of my webcams. This is like a $25 webcam. That's kind of why the color accuracy isn't very good. Anyway, well, get away from there. I'll spin around. Yes, we have a ride on Thomas. Anyway, right here, that's the PC that's doing all the work right here, and she's all ramped up. We're kicking out what is it, about 3100 or 3200 or 3300 kilobits per second. There's my old editing rig. It's out here because well, when that one dies, I'll probably do that, but a lot of the ports and things are all worn out on it, and but it does have a little bit faster CPU than this. I'm really limited by my and that's why the doors open, is because I do have a bunch of fans in that case that I cobbed. Let's see here. What do we got? Yeah, that's just more storage. Okay, going around, I guess. All right, and if you watch my other live streams, here's my backdrop, my set that I can close the door for just a minute. It won't overheat that quickly. And like I said, I was working in here, so I got some stuff. And but this is my backdrop set thing. Sometimes I stream, and this is my secret. This is my basement, you know. So we got water pipe there. Got a drain sewer pipe with a clean out. But well, I got it kind of wedged in there, so I can't move it. But I can move it around just to change it up a little bit. Got a little half wall over here that can move. It can be put on this side here, so if I want to shoot in here or there, kind of thing. We'll take a little tour around here. There's just more storage. Again, one of my cars does park in here sometimes. That's a dorm fridge that I had when I was in college. So I've had that for how long now? 20 years? Something like that. Just other storage in this garage, basically. Shelves with some of my just things I like to display. New garage doors. That's the thing. I did have some crappy old ones that weren't insulated. These are insulated. Didn't have windows and stuff. And then over here is kind of where, like I said, got two bikes in here. Normally there's three in here, but my motorcycle lift is being used as a catch-all for a bunch of junk as I move stuff around. And toolbox, drill press, just some basic tools in here. I mean, I do a lot in here, but I have more tools elsewhere, and just other decoration stuff. And I need to set my clock. It's not 4:21. Yeah, I mean, ain't much. You know, the cats they live out here. There's a little water food dish, and got a robo litter box behind that there. Uh, um, I guess, and then door to outside to get to the other sheds and shops where I got outdoor working space out there, and then everything else. So, yeah, I mean, I've done a garage tour video, which you can see um, on my channel. So, nothing super special there. There we go. I think we're roughly back where we began. I think something like that. But yeah, well, that's the workspace. That's the workspace here. So nothing special. Nothing super special in here. It's like I said, your imagination, use what you have. So, anyway, oh, I guess, well, can I go around the corner? Let me see, because I do have, ooh, there we go. I do have, I can't, whoa, sorry. And that's the thing, I have a big air compressor, and yeah, you can't see it, but my shop air comes in there, and there's more my regulator, filter, dryer, collacer, and got a couple drops over there. And you can't see it, but I have a Angry Video Game Nerd poster over there I bought, when he was funding his movie, which of course that got made. Oh, you can, up there, you can buy that sticker in my store. But anyway, that's not a secret. I've shared, not a super secret, I guess. I've shared it before. It's full garage tour on my channel. If you want to see a little more in depth, I talk about it a little bit, but I don't know where I have this set up. Something like that. Do I have it there? No. I have it there? No. Oh well. There, I think something like that. Close enough. So you can see this deal. All right, actually, let's put the other one on there. Let's see if we're even close. Close enough. We just gotta scoot that just out of frame. Yeah, so you can't have that in frame. There we go. Work on it there. I don't know. I'll have to reset this up now. Or whatever. There we are. Our glue is heck about dry. Well, a little tacky. And I could work a little more on that, but I think I'm going to call this a stream. I think it's late enough. I've been streaming long enough. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And well, let's see. I don't know how many streams left I got of this. At least one more, because we got to put the white water in and put that tree in, maybe the little fence, if I'm going to do that. I haven't 100% decided that just yet, but yeah, and then painting around the base or doing whatever I'm going to do there, which I haven't really figured that one out yet. So at least one more stream, if not two. And I don't know when I'm going to do those. I don't know when I'm going to get to that. So you just have to stay subscribed, watch for the notifications. Hopefully you saw the notification for the scheduled stream. I also try to post it in the community tab, Facebook, Instagram, and I occasionally post it on Twitter, but it doesn't seem like many people follow me there, so they don't, I usually kind of forget to do that. So, I guess I'm about done here. So I'm gonna close up my little bags of product, and I guess we're gonna call it a night. Thanks for tuning in. Share this video around. Tell your friends online to jump into the next one, because we're getting down to the wire, and then I don't know. I might do a time lapse on this, and then see how that goes. So, but anyway, all right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed just so you don't miss out. But thanks for watching, and I'm out.